Welcome to Dream Tale Sleep Stories. Tonight's reading is The Lucky Blue Bird. Settle into your bed or sofa and let your shoulders, jaw, and eyelids grow heavy. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, and sigh the air away, allowing the day to fade into quiet dark. With every soft inhale, you invite fresh English phrases. With every gentle exhale, stray thoughts drift farther off. Behind my voice flows a gentle melody, renowned for guiding the mind toward deep relaxation. Keep your eyes closed or follow the captions, whichever feels right. Simply receive the rhythm and resonance of the language. Deep in rest, tonight's phrases will take root like seeds, ready to bloom into stronger English skills with the morning light. When you feel settled, hold that unhurried breath and allow yourself to drift into the tale. The Lucky Blue Bird begins now. And when the story's final line has faded, the music will linger a little longer, carrying you gently deeper into sleep. The Lucky Blue Bird. Emma was a 10-year-old girl who lived in a small town called Willowbrook. She had long brown hair and bright green eyes that sparkled when she smiled. Emma loved to explore the woods and fields around her town, always looking for something interesting. One sunny afternoon, Emma sat on the front porch with her grandfather, Joe. He was an old man with white hair and kind blue eyes. Grandfather Joe loved to tell stories about the old days in Willowbrook. "Emma," said Grandfather Joe, "did I ever tell you about the lucky blue bird?" Emma shook her head. "No, Grandpa. What is the lucky blue bird?" Grandfather Joe smiled and looked up at the sky. Many years ago, people in our town began to see a beautiful blue bird. It was not like other birds. Its feathers were bright blue, like the summer sky. And something magical happened to everyone who saw this bird. "What happened?" asked Emma, moving closer to her grandfather. "They had good luck," said Grandfather Joe. "Very good luck. Some people found money. Others met old friends. Some got new jobs or won prizes. The blue bird brought happiness to everyone who saw it." Emma's eyes grew wide. "Really, Grandpa? Does the blue bird still live here?" "I think so," said Grandfather Joe. "But it is very hard to see. The blue bird only shows itself to special people at special times." Emma thought about this story all evening. She wondered if she would ever see the lucky blue bird. That night, she dreamed about a beautiful blue bird flying through the sky. The next morning, Emma walked to the town center. She wanted to buy some bread for her mother. The bakery was owned by Mrs. Thompson, a friendly woman with gray hair and a warm smile. When Emma entered the bakery, she found Mrs. Thompson dancing behind the counter. The woman was so happy that she could not stop moving. "Good morning, Emma," said Mrs. Thompson. "Thompson, what a wonderful day this is." "You look very happy today, Mrs. Thompson," said Emma. "Did something good happen?" Mrs. Thompson clapped her hands together. "Oh yes, something amazing happened yesterday evening. I was closing the shop when I saw the most beautiful blue bird sitting on my window. It stayed there for almost 5 minutes, just looking at me with its bright black eyes." Emma's heart jumped. "The blue bird? You saw the lucky bluebird? I think I did, said Mrs. Thompson. And this morning, something incredible happened. The mayor's wife came to my shop and ordered 100 cupcakes for her daughter's wedding next week. 100 cupcakes. This is the biggest order I have ever received. Emma smiled. That's wonderful, Mrs. Thompson. And that's not all, continued Mrs. Thompson. 3 more people came this morning and placed large orders. I will be very busy, but I will also make a lot of money. I think the blue bird really did bring me good luck. Emma bought the bread and walked home, thinking about Mrs. Thompson's story. Maybe the blue bird was real. Maybe it really did bring good luck to people. The next day was Monday, and Emma went to school. During lunch, Emma sat with her friend Sam. Sam was a quiet boy with red hair and freckles. He was very good at drawing, but he had trouble with mathematics. I heard what Mrs. Thompson said about the blue bird, said Sam. I wish I could see it too. Why? Asked Emma. Sam looked sad. I have a big math test on Friday. I studied very hard, but I still don't understand some problems. I'm afraid I will get a bad grade. Emma wanted to help her friend. Maybe if you keep looking for the blue bird, you will see it, she said. Sam smiled a little. Maybe. On Wednesday, Sam came to school with a big smile on his face. He ran up to Emma before class started. Emma, said Sam. I saw it. I saw the blue bird. Really? Said Emma. When? Where? Yesterday evening, said Sam. I was in my backyard, feeling sad about the math test. I looked up at the apple tree, and there it was, the most beautiful blue bird I have ever seen. Its feathers were so bright, like pieces of the sky. What happened then? Asked Emma. The bird looked at me for a long time, said Sam. Then it flew away. But something strange happened after that. I went inside and looked at my math homework again. Suddenly, everything seemed easier. I understood the problems that confused me before. Emma clapped her hands. That's wonderful, Sam. I stayed up late studying, said Sam, but it didn't feel hard anymore. I think the blue bird really helped me. On Friday, Sam took his math test. When their teacher, Mr. Davis, gave back the papers on Monday, Sam had received an A. It was his first A in mathematics. Emma was happy for her friend, but she also felt a little sad. Mrs. Thompson and Sam had both seen the blue bird and had good luck. But Emma had been looking for the blue bird every day, and she had not seen it once. Don't worry, Emma, said Grandfather Joe when she told him about her feelings. The blue bird appears when it is needed most. Maybe your time has not come yet. Emma tried to be patient, but it was difficult. She wanted to see the lucky blue bird too. 2 weeks later, Emma was walking home from school when she heard a small sound coming from the bushes near the old oak tree. It sounded like a bird, but the sound was weak and sad. Emma stopped and listened carefully. The sound came again. She walked toward the bushes and looked inside. There, lying on the ground under the leaves, was a small blue bird. Emma's heart jumped. It was the lucky blue bird. But something was wrong. The bird was not flying. One of its wings was hurt, and it could not move properly. Emma knelt down and looked at the bird more closely. It was breathing, but its left wing was bent in a strange way. The bird's bright black eyes looked up at Emma, and she could see that it was in pain. "Oh, you poor little bird," whispered Emma. "What happened to you?" Emma knew she had to help the bird, but she was not sure how. She had never taken care of a hurt animal before. She thought about taking the bird home, but she was afraid she might hurt it more by moving it. Emma ran home as fast as she could. She found her mother in the kitchen, preparing dinner. "Mom," said Emma, breathing hard, "I found the lucky blue bird, but it's hurt." Emma's mother, whose name was Sarah, looked surprised. "Slow down, Emma. Tell me what happened." Emma explained about finding the bird under the bushes. Her mother listened carefully. "We need to help the bird," said Sarah, "but we must be very careful. Let's get a small box and some soft cloth." Emma and her mother found a shoebox and filled it with old towels. They also brought a small bowl of water and some breadcrumbs. When they returned to the oak tree, the bluebird was still there. It had not moved. Emma's mother gently picked up the bird and placed it in the box. "Its wing is definitely hurt," said Sarah. "We need to take it to Dr. Miller." Dr. Miller was the town's veterinarian. He took care of all the animals in Willowbrook. His office was only a few blocks away. Dr. Miller examined the bluebird carefully. He was a kind man with gray hair and gentle hands. "This bird has a broken wing," said Dr. Miller, "but it's not too serious. With proper care, the wing should heal in about 3 weeks." "Can we take care of it at home?" asked Emma. Dr. Miller nodded. "Yes, but you must be very careful. The bird needs to rest in a quiet place. Give it small amounts of water and bird food every few hours. And don't let it try to fly until the wing is completely healed." Emma and her mother took the bluebird home. They set up a comfortable place for it in Emma's room, away from noise and other animals. Emma named the bird Sky because of its beautiful blue feathers. Every day, Emma took care of Sky. She gave the bird water and food. She talked to Sky softly and told the bird about her day at school. Sky seemed to understand Emma's voice and would turn its head to listen. Grandfather Joe visited every evening to check on Sky. "You're doing a wonderful job, Emma," he said. "This little bird is lucky to have someone who cares so much." As the days passed, Sky grew stronger. The bird began to eat more food and move around the box. Emma could see that Sky's wing was getting better. One morning, Emma woke up to find Sky standing up in the box, flapping both wings gently. The broken wing looked much better. "Mom," called Emma, "I think Sky is ready to fly again." Emma's mother came to look at the bird. "I think you're right," she said. "Let's take Sky outside and see what happens." Emma carried the box to the backyard. She opened the top and stepped back. Sky looked around, then slowly climbed out of the box. The bluebird stood on the grass for a moment, testing its wings. Then, with a happy chirp, Sky flew up into the air. The bird circled the yard 3 times, as if saying goodbye, then landed on the fence near Emma. Sky looked at Emma with its bright black eyes. Emma felt that the bird was trying to say thank you. "You're welcome, Sky," said Emma softly. "I'm glad you're better." The bluebird chirped once more, then flew away into the sky. That evening, Emma felt sad that Sky was gone, but she was also happy that she had helped the bird get better. She had finally seen the lucky bluebird, and she had been able to help it. "Emma," said her mother at dinner, "your teacher called today." Emma looked up. "Mr. Davis called? Why?" "He wanted to tell us about your science project," said her mother, smiling. "He said it was the best project in the class. You won first prize in the school science fair." Emma's eyes grew wide. She had worked hard on her project about local birds, but she had not expected to win. "And that's not all," continued her mother. "Mrs. Johnson from the library called too. She wants to hire you to help with the children's reading program this summer. She will pay you $5 every week." Emma could not believe it. "Really? Really," said her mother. "And your father got some good news at work today too. His boss gave him a promotion and a raise." Grandfather Joe laughed. "It seems like the lucky blue bird brought good fortune to our whole family." Emma smiled. "But I didn't just see the blue bird," she said. "I helped it. I took care of it when it was hurt." "That's right," said Grandfather Joe. "And maybe that's the real secret of the lucky blue bird. Maybe the greatest luck comes not from just seeing it, but from helping it when it needs help." Emma thought about this. Mrs. Thompson and Sam had both seen the blue bird and had good luck. But Emma had done something more. She had helped the bird when it was hurt and needed care. "I think you're right, Grandpa," said Emma. "Helping others is the best kind of luck." From that day on, Emma continued to help animals and people in her town whenever she could. She helped Mrs. Thompson deliver cupcakes for big orders. She helped Sam with his math homework. She helped her teacher organize books in the classroom. And sometimes, when Emma was helping someone, she would see a flash of bright blue in the sky. Sky would fly overhead, as if watching Emma and making sure she was still taking care of others. Emma learned that the lucky blue bird was real, but the real magic was not in just seeing it. The real magic was in being kind and helpful to others. When you help others, good things happen to you too. The story of Emma and the lucky blue bird spread throughout Willowbrook. People began to look for ways to help each other, not just ways to see the blue bird. The town became a happier and more caring place. And on quiet evenings, when the sun was setting and the sky was turning blue, Emma would sometimes see Sky flying over the town. The lucky blue bird was still there, still bringing good fortune to those who not only saw it, but who chose to help others in need. Emma smiled whenever she saw Sky, remembering the day she found a hurt bird and discovered that the greatest luck comes from having a kind heart.